All right, man. Gotta bring in the chill, awesome vibes. Y'all already know. Also, belt. Cause yeah, just cause this episode I had to get the belt. Um, so let's see here. Oh God, yo, burst battle video. I mean, I watched all the battle videos anyway, so yeah. All right, gotta make sure the live chat's here. Live chat. Hey, all right, everybody's starting to show up. So first things first, per usual, no spoilers. Don't spoil what happens or anything, you know. But yeah, man, this is gonna be awesome. Beyblade Burst Super King episode number 18. Obviously, we're just gonna get right into it. So first things first, slice the crap out of that like button, man, because it's episode review time. You already know. So let's get into it. Also, new belt and new hat. We got yeah. If you're a big time fan, you'll know what this hat is. If you know, you know. You just know. But yeah, man. Let's see the Bay Universal Champ Kimbo. Yeah, I got a Universal title because it's just so awesome, man. The red version of it. I might get a blue version maybe in the future, but yeah, the red Universal title looks so sick. The blue one, the blue Universal title, honestly looks really sick too. But you know. Anyways, let's get into it, dude. Oh man, it's at 10%. Okay. Well, I can crank this out. So let's see here. Just gotta wait for it to load. Sir. Sir, I need you to love me and load. Cause it's on here. It's definitely on here. I'm just waiting for it to load. Maybe a signal. Anything. Anything. Any signal. I need your help. Love me. Love me, tablet. Love me. My tablet is like the only thing that has like an issue with signal out here. But yeah, let's see. Come on. Maybe if I switch the server? Come on, it's after 3 o'clock. There you go. Okay. Kick-ass anime just had to load. My brother. What's up, Jamal? How's it going, man? Wish I had a 3D printer. Same, man. Same for sure. But here we go, man. The intro just so fire. It always gets me so hyped. And now seeing Lane, dude, this series is gonna get crazy. This is like when this cup starts, things are gonna really start hitting the wall, and I just feel it in my gut because it's the time. It's that point where TT starts throwing in some big time swerves. And then all the legends involved at the very end. Okay. I gotta crack my neck. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. I'm from England, but still love blading. Yo, the fact you're watching from England, thanks so much, man. All right, episode starting. They're at they're at their house, eating the crap out of the food. Like, you guys need to slow down. Enjoy your food. You're gonna bite your tongue off or something. They said, I think you said vault. Then they run outside, getting that workout, and then that's how it happens. Then you see them running, then you see, ah! We all know who that is, man. Speeding through the city, running past everybody. Yeah! And it's drum. He's probably looking around like, where is it? Oh wow, Chuck and Gunn are battling. Chuck has his Judgment Joker. It's like a blue Judgment Joker. That's a pretty cool recolor for Judgment, actually. And Rika's judging it. 3, 2, One, and then Drum just runs in with a red face. Ah! You said Gachi battle. Probably like, are you battling? With the red face, like, battle? Come on, you gotta battle me. He's like, what? He said Hikaru. He's looking for Hikaru, so he's going up to everybody. He's like, Hikaru, battle. He's like, I'm not Hikaru. How about you? Are you Hikaru? Hyuga? If you're not, and you're not, yo, King Nub donated $4, dude. Yo, thanks so much, dude. Like, holy, I'm shook. I'm shook. All right. I'm so shook, man. Dude, thank you so much, man. Definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. Not a traitor. What? Some kid's a traitor. Nah, he's not a traitor. I mean, he's still like interested in stuff, but yeah, he just got different preferences. I mean, everybody has different things that they're into, you know. Like I'm a Beyblade and bakugan. They're not the only things I do in my life, but you know. But I absolutely love them for sure. So, yeah, man. Anyway, let's get into it. So he's looking at the front. He mentioned Vault. He's like, this has got to be the place that Vault was talking about. I know it is. Raika mentioned the GT Arena. Drum's like, okay, and then just runs off again. That's Drum for you, man. He's definitely spontaneous for sure. And then he just runs back around and that's not the right way. Oh. Ah. And then he runs back. He probably has no clue where he's going. He's like, ah! He's like, it's this way, no, this way. What am I watching? I'm watching the episode, the newest episode that came out today for SuperKing. Then he stops in the road. And his eyes got big. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, where am I going? That's Drum. That's classic Drum, dude. I just love his free spirit. And then they're like, Cordial Drum. I've heard that. I've heard that name before. But like, Cordial Drum! And then they're telling Hyuga and Hikaru right now. Oh, yeah, see? And they got... Yo, that is a sick pick right there. So, they're like, Drum's the one that faced off against Hell. And then they show this huge, ominous silhouette of Arthur, and then all the bladers behind Arthur. And then you see Drum, Delta, and Amane looking at all of them. Hands down, like, Drum, like, we're getting Drum, and then we're definitely got to get Delta. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, yeah. See here, people say Kimbo is the Drum of the Beyblade community. I mean... like a free spirit and such, and just having fun. If that's the case, like, yeah, that's how I am. I look for the positive in any situation because you gotta, especially with how things are now. You just gotta. Let's see here. Hashtag underrated. Well, that means a lot, man. You know, I'm just grateful for how far I've even come or where I'm at now. You know, life humbles you, and especially everything going on now. It humbles you in a big time way. A lot going on, but. You know, got to look at the positives. But that artwork is freaking sick. They're like, he's battling in this? Oh, I got to battle him. So they're both chasing after him. Because, you know, Drum's... Because he mentioned Hikaru and Hyuga. Well, he wants to battle Hikaru. He's probably interested in Hyuga, too, but just didn't know where the heck to go and find him. They're like, I'm gonna get there first. No, I'm gonna get there first. And then they're yelling, ah, and racing, and whoa, there's like a bell. There's a bunch of blazers that are just exhausted. So was Drum. All right. He's like, Hikaru, Hyuga, Batala! Drum just runs in like, I want to battle you. Looking for them and then beat everybody. Probably asking, what way did he go? He's like, okay, got it. And then they're running. Yo. There's Drum. Probably like, they're not here? What the heck? I came all this way to battle them. I'm gonna go look for them, and now they're all running after one another. So they're literally playing a game of cat and mouse. They're like, oh man, you just left. They just left. So yeah, they're playing a game of cat and mouse, chasing each other around, trying to find each other to battle. Battle! Oh my gosh. They're literally running in circles. You can tell how all their personalities are even similar. Like how Hyuga and Hikaru are both similar to how Drum is. Literally the game of cat and mouse. Then Ranjiro walks in. His hair, and then got spun around by Hikaru and Hyuga. Like, what the heck? You messed up my hair. I'm probably like, why do you guys look so tired? Battling. He's like, what? Who battled with you to make you so tired? Then they mentioned Legend. Oh, and Drum's back. But this time Ranjiro's here. So we're definitely going to get that battle, for sure. Ash Ketchum, what are you doing on Kimbo's channel? Filling in for him for a little bit, you know. I mean, not just any Ash Ketchum, XY Ash Ketchum, because he was a beast. He did lose to Elam, though. But still, that, besides like him winning the league in Alola, that's the closest that Ash ever got to actually winning the league. And he actually came in second place. I still don't get how Ash Greninja lost to a freaking Charizard, though, but that's besides the point. So, yeah, you know, that's besides the point. XY Ash Ketchum is the best. Dude, I love the story. I didn't even see all of it. I got to go back and watch all of the series because just even the arc at the end with Lysander was great. It was freaking awesome. Drum's shaking his head. He's like, ah, man, really? Ranjiro said something. He turned around. Nandayo. He's like, huh, so you want to battle then, huh? I'll battle you. Huh. So we're getting a battle between Ranjiro and Drum. Already calling it. Drum's winning. Tempest Dragon isn't even out yet, and they're trying to hype it up. They have the Bay come in. They're not going to have it lose, like, quite yet, you know. There it is, dude. Tempest the Dragon. I love the rainbow stickers on it. The rainbow turbo with it. And plus, I had to get the belt just because, like, I still kind of see Drum in that man-to-beat role. It might just be me, but with how GT ended, like, I see him having that role. Like, yes, like, Ball and Shu and some other players might be higher ranked than him, and I don't even know if, like, it's still the same confirmed list as the manga has in the show, but he's in the legend category together. But, he's still got that man-to-beat role, I think. Just with how GT ended, you know what I mean? Rantaro's looking over. He walked in. He's looking over like, Ranjiro, you better be careful. He knows. He's like, Drum's no pushover. It's the man that took down Hell along with Delta and Amane. He's got some serious power. They all ran in. They're like, oh, man, really? We got here too late. Rika's taking pictures. Chuck and Gun. Well, Gun's winded. Chuck's just sitting there cheering like, oh, my gosh, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Shit. Oh, he's got the, okay. He's got the same launch. So they didn't really switch. Some of the characters, they're not really switching up their launches, which I'm not even mad about that. Because, like, some of them do have newer launches, and we didn't see them that much. So, like, yeah, in Drum's case, he's got the same one. Like, the baseball pitch type of setup with the launch, he's got the same launch. So that means, yo, I hope that means when Iga comes in, he still has that corkscrew launch. Because that, hands down, I say is the best launch. That was the best launch of GT. That, I loved his launch. It was so sick, man. Delta's being second. But here we go. Glide Ragnarok and Tempest Dragon. Ragnarok! He's like, let's go. Wow, one hit sends it in the air, dude. They're focusing on the heavy attack from Dragon for sure. Because obviously having charged metal and big time weight with it. Yo, hit it in midair. They're like, whoa, that power. Not gonna lie, I originally thought it was gonna have an electronic driver, but TT was just like, nope, charge metal. I'm not even mad. Then Ragnarok takes the small point. Oh, he's getting serious. Ragnarok! But Drum's gonna get in the zone, man. Glide a tornado! And shoots in at Dragon. Dragon! Yo, let's go, Drum. Let's see its avatar. Yo, those wings! The rainbow wings, that looks sick, dude. Gotcha. Gotcha claw! Yo, sent it in the air and burst it. Okay. It was a given. I mean, it was honestly a given. Drum's like, yeah! So probably next episode, I'm guessing we're gonna get like Helios or Hyperion versus Dragon. Gotta hype it up, you know? I mean, we're not getting it. It doesn't come out till like, I think, what, the 8th of August? So still a bit of time. But I mean, that's also not that far away. That's literally 2 weeks. Woohoo. He bit the sucker and he's like, at the Legend Festival, I'm gonna win. He's like, yeah, I can't wait. He said, ciao. Did he just run off? Hikaru and Hugo are like, I'm gonna battle him. No, I'm gonna battle him. And then Drum just ran out. And they're both looking like, wait a minute! What about our battle? And then that's how it ends. All right, Hyuga's on the ground mad. Rantaro. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, and they meet up with Drum. I think Lane and Ranjiro are battling next episode, which if so, man, they're using Ranjiro as a punching bag. Uh-oh. He's higher ranked than Rantaro, but still, like, he's facing Lane. Well, crap. Wait, are they both facing? Okay, it's Hyuga. So we're getting Hyperion versus Dragon, at least. Okay. Beyblade into burst of SuperKing. What are you going to show us, TT? Okay, they're showing off Lucifer. Are they having a battle Helios and Hyperion at the same time? No, they're showing the battles. Okay, Hyperion getting big hits. And spin finish with the barrier, which... TT. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And then Helios facing it. Which honestly, that one's more believable. The Mobius driver stealing spin. Spin finish. Alright, so they're showing off. Okay, so yeah, they're just showing off, they just showed off Lucifer real quick. Let me see. He doesn't want to get forms of copyright. Yeah, because you got to be careful with that, you know. That's why I don't show the actual, episode or anything, or have the audio playing with it, you know. If you want to see it, I mean, I watch it personally. Literally, the site where I watch it is Kick-Ass Anime. That's what it's called. You know, people be like, oh, he's cursing. But, yeah, that's literally the name of the site. But that's where I watch the episode. Like, you know, they don't have it where it's, like, subbed quite yet. And everybody's like, you know, where is it in English? Well, we're not going to see that, obviously, until Hasbro puts out their version of it, which we're not going to get until after Rise. So we probably won't be seeing it until like 2021, maybe end of this year. Maybe they might start, but yeah. Yeah, why did you curse? That's rude, Kimbo. I'm dead. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. But yeah, that's the site where that's literally the site where I watch it. But anyways, thoughts on it? They introduced Tempest Dragon, obviously to bring hype with it. I still think Drum kind of has a man to beat role because just how GT ended. It shows how strong he is. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised that they brought in Drum before they brought in Iga, honestly, because just like the trickle down theory kind of showed that, like, I thought at the end of GT he was honestly a bit stronger. Like, I thought that Drum was honestly stronger power wise than Iga was, because Iga had lost to Arthur, but Arthur lost to Drum. You know what I mean? Like the trickle down theory. But I'm not even upset about it. And the new dragon does look really sick, and it looks like the gimmick for it is the wings do come out, like kind of how Imperials did. The points do stick out, and it made it where, like where the points are sticking out and it has more attack. Let me see. You're wrong. It didn't follow the outro like you said. Why you lie to me? Well, I thought it followed the outro, but honestly, with how things are going now, and I said this with the last episode review, is that it's following the intro. And it definitely seems like it's confirmed following the intro. Not going to pull out, like, say, like, fully, holy crap, like, confirmed. But all the Bladers, when they come in, literally have come in this order. It was Vault, Rantaro, and Cisco that they showed first. And then they showed Louis. Then they showed Free. We got Free. Then they showed Louis. We got Louis. After Louis, who was it? Drum. And after Louis, we've gotten Drum. So it is honestly following the pattern of the intro now. The outro, not so much, but the intro, it is following it thus far. So if it is following the intro, then that means we'll probably have the new Achilles maybe September. I'm guessing like September might get the new Achilles. That would leave Spriggan by itself as the only confirmed one. And that would probably mean probably October. We might get Spriggan, unless TT decides to jump the gun and be like, oh, hey, we're going to put it out in September. But, yeah, man. I mean, we got the release for the very beginning part of August, which, birthday month, really hyped about it, and that being obviously the triple set with Dragon. They still have the rest of the month. They could put out another release. Now, the question is, will they? It's TT. Anything's up in the air. I mean, considering how much they dropped in July, we got First Uranus, we got Variant Lucifer, and we've gotten Death and Abyss Diabolus, which just got released yesterday. So, yeah, man, anybody who's wondering if I'm getting them, yes, I'm getting them. I'm just getting everything in bulk, obviously, because, just easier that way. And anybody who understands that I can't just ship to Japan, like ship myself in a crate over to Japan in 2 seconds, and then come back and have a new bay. Like, thank you for understanding that I can't do that, because I also live in the middle of the country and I'm far from Japan. And shipping's a thing. But, I will get the bays. Once I do, I'll be doing big time battles with them per usual. You'll see a lot of battles with the bays, and you already know. And yeah, you can tell we're Amish country. Horse and buggy, man. Literally, like, I'm not kidding when I say I'm in the Amish country, out in the country. That's where I live. So, yeah, man. But overall, I am big time hyped for Dragon. I mean, Charged Metal, from the looks of it, and even what I saw, it looks like with Charged Metal, like, it's not just obviously like iron mixed with charge, and it's going to give it more stamina and such, and obviously more weight with it. I think I saw like it had a whole flat with it, so it's like a metal whole flat. So they're making it where like it has the weight of charge, but it's a better charge for sure, because it's going to have more stamina with it, because like an iron with a whole flat, like a metal whole flat on top of all that weight, even being like big time attack, it'll have some pretty good stamina with it. So I'm really, really hyped to see that. And obviously, like when we get the new Achilles and new Spriggan, going to be big hype for those. Like I said, I'm thinking September they're going to probably drop Achilles. Spriggan, I'm thinking September or October. And then after that, like going into like late fall or like mid-fall, like November onwards, it's honestly up in the air. it's really up in the air, like what we're gonna get or who's gonna be coming back. Because at that point, they've shown off all the characters that they've shown in the artwork. Like they've had all these characters introduced. They've even shown off their bays, and at that point, it'll be full out like what the heck is gonna happen with the rest of the series, and it's gonna be that big time dark period for TT. Like the show's gonna get dark for sure. Like having Lane just linger right now, and then all these legends coming in, like they got bigger plans for Lane for sure. Considering he had first Uranus, beat Free with first Uranus, has Lucifer now, and probably anybody in the Legend Bladers Cup. Like there's gonna be some Bladers that are gonna push Lane for sure, like push him to the edge. And not gonna lie, I'm honestly kind of nervous for the battle with Ranjiro next episode. Because what if it's like, what if he faces Lucifer and it's not just like, oh, just gonna like face your variant wall and burst you? But like, what if, I'm nervous about it. It's not a confirmed thing. I'm just like nervous because TT loves throwing swerves. What if Ranjiro's the first casualty, you guys? What if you guys know what I mean? Like the first Blader in this season to get their Beyblade broken. What if Ranjiro's the first casualty? That would be crazy. That would be wild. I don't know if it would like go that far, but Lane and Ranjiro facing off, who do you honestly think is gonna win? If Ragnarok breaks, I'm nervous that it might, because having that battle, like, bruh, do you think the Legends Festival will only have Bladers who have cameos, opening, ending in the anime, or Bladers from the manga too? They could introduce some Bladers, like, you know, that we've seen with the manga. Like I said, like, the three Bladers that I think they really can't skip over, Delta, Phi, and Gwyn, they could start introducing with it, honestly. I don't know if they're going to actually have it where, like, they introduce some other new Bladers with the festival, but time's going to tell. You could definitely see them doing it, especially if they extend the Legend Festival arc, like, how long they extend it. Because, I mean, we're not going to have it go underway, really, until, like, what? I mean, next week it's going to be August. And then they're going to show off Dragon in that battle. So it won't be till like maybe mid-August at the very earliest. We're going to get the Legend Festival and it's going to start off. But you know it's going to be going for a few episodes. So I'm guessing probably like the rest of the summer going into fall. Probably even like mid-fall, maybe even going towards winter, will be in the Legend Bladers Festival. Because they're going to have a lot of battles with it for sure. And they can also have like, they can introduce some new Bladers with it. Like, imagine TT pulling a swerve. I mean, I wasn't expecting Death and Abyss Diabolos, like, coming out, like, this month. Like, what? It's wild, dude. But, for real, like, they can't skip over Delta, man. I know they just dropped the Diaboloses, but we haven't gotten a hint of Delta being in the show. But they can't skip over it. I really feel like if they do have him come in, TT pulling a swerve and just being like, okay, well, the parts, obviously, for its stock, we got, like, what is it? 4-turn, merge dash for Death, and then Abyss Diabolos, we got 5 infusion dash. If they have it where like he comes in, but then he just has a different, that would be wild if he has like a different Diabolos, or if he uses Death and Abyss and then just has different parts for them, like they have generate or something. That way it's like, oh, you want to get 2 sets, so you know you have to get the prize bays twice, which TT, dang it, trying to take all our money if you do that. But really, how can they skip over? I really don't think they can skip over Delta, because Drum never beat Delta in a 1v1. And Drum showing up right now. Delta has big-time credibility to come back. Same thing with Gwyn. The only person that beat Gwyn was Drum. Gwyn has definite credibility to come back. Even Phi. The only person Phi lost to was Iga. Those are 3 characters. It's like, if you're making this an endgame level feel with the very, very, very strongest characters, you can't skip over them. It would make no sense to plot. You want to see those characters in there because we all know they're strong. We all know they're powerful. We want to see the new versions of their bays and see just how strong they are compared to all these legends that we do know are in the show, you know? But it's a given. The remaining part of the year, TT will be it'll be full surprise. Like, TT can pull out whatever they want to because at that point, all of the advertised characters are in the show. Add whatever characters they want to come back to it as well. But yeah, I need Delta and Phi back. Same, man, for sure. Let me see. Hey, Kimbo, make a Dragoon like an upgrade. I mean, I don't know if I would. I mean, they also do have like the set coming out with, well, that has Dragoon V, granted, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know somebody would make like a custom 3D printing. Like 3D printing is expensive. It's really, really expensive. And I wouldn't make like just a random babe that has no meaning or such to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just how I am. You know. Well, let's see here. At least the manga will do it, even if the anime skips them. Thank God I read manga. Yeah, that is true. But I also feel like they can't skip them. I feel like that scene with all the bladers at the table is too infamous, man. Is it just me? Like that's too infamous. They can't skip over that scene because that would be amazing, man. That would be a really, really awesome scene to see. All these characters around the table. But I mean, like, and it reminds me of the Nemesis crisis, just because all the legendary bladers were sitting around a table after Nemesis was revived, thinking of what the heck they have to do. Imagine like there is a new Lucifer or something, and then they're all around this table. That would be sick. But yeah, man, the main thing going to the Legends Festival, I know that I'm just hyped for, but also nervous about, is the rematch between Free and Lane. It has to happen. They've been hyping it way too much for it not to happen. And I'm guessing probably with that rematch, they'll say fully what happened to Fafnir. And I'm guessing it's going to be that Fafnir broke. I'm guessing he broke it. So yeah. Yeah, I got Nemesis Crisis vibes from the table. Oh, for sure. Like I said, I've been calling it and I'm just saying it. It's going to be probably the darkest season of Burst ever. Because it's just, it's built that way. You know, you got this ominous figure with Lane. You know somebody's behind him because he's such a genius blader that even Shu is nervous about him. And Shu knows from the get-go because he not only trained him and such, but like he tried to get him away from like those evil vibes, but only made him stronger. And he's really nervous about Lane. And like I said, this Legend Festival will be the perfect place for Lane to show off his full power, and especially if he starts breaking bays. I mean, we saw on the Battleship cruise when Fi was starting to show off some of his real power, and he broke Leopard in half. Same maybe sort of setup during this Legends Festival. We see some bladers get their bays broken. I really don't want to see it, but you want to establish a full-out evil, that's how you establish a full-out evil. But yeah, man, bum that Hugo won't make it to the Legend Festival. Yeah, same. But I mean, they could use this opportunity to have him battle some bladers. Like, they're playing it really smart. Like how they're having Hyuga face off against Drum next episode. So it's given right now, the gap between power of Hikaru and Hyuga, it's there. Because Hyuga is still strong. Don't get it twisted. He's like in B tier. But Hikaru's in A tier now. So it shows that like difference in power. So we can get a good idea of like how strong these characters are. So yeah, man. They're playing it well though. Like especially if they have it where Hyuga's the one, if they have any new bladers come in and such, like for sure. Having Hyuga battle them would be really, really smart. What up, Kimbo? If you became the executive producer of the series, what are your hopes for the future of this series? I want to see Spriggan 2 as well, my man. My hopes for it and my honest thoughts about it, it's got to get that crazy world destruction level of dark because we've seen it with every series, but we haven't seen it with Burst. You know, Plastic Gen. What was it? I think Brooklyn was Zeus. He was trying to take over the world then. And like made a huge cloak of darkness and shadow and such. I know a little bit about the Plastic Gen. But then, obviously with MFB, we had the Nemesis crisis. We saw what happened at the end of that crisis, dude. Literally, the world was almost destroyed. It took 7 years to fix it after the damage that Nemesis caused. We need that level of destruction and threat in this series. Yes, we've had Fi being the Lord of Destruction. Yes, we've had Shu breaking a couple bays when he was Red Eye. And that being dark. Both of them being pretty dark, you know? But, and even like Gwyn trying to break Dragon, using Genesis to break Dragon. I mean, literally Gwyn was only focused on Dragon. And then Arthur used Apocalypse to try and break bays, you know, which he did with Dragon and Diabolos. But we haven't gotten that full out, like, end of the world, I'm going to destroy it. And there's nothing you can do to stop me from destroying the world level with Burst. And this is definitely the season I feel we're getting it. And I'm, like I said, I know I say it all the time. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I'm excited to see all the characters they're going to bring back with this because you know we're going to have a big time roster of bays for the season. Every bay does, or every season does, have a big roster of bays that they add. And it's usually even more from like the next season than the previous season. We got a big roster in GT, and we do not have that crazy of a roster right now for SuperKing, but we're also just, you know, getting in the summer territory. But yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. I wonder how Shu became the owner of Raging Bulls. Did Theodore just disappear off the radar? Cyril, yes, he did. He drove off in a limo and said, "You and Vault win this time." And then he also, well, before that, he had said, "Free, I'm not done with you." And then also, it's like I said about like a theory video, Free, like, didn't battle anybody from the Snake Pit during the Godbladers Cup, but he said that. Theodore said that. If that was foreshadowing, if he comes back in this season, they foreshadowed so far. So freaking far, dude. Like, shook. Like, totally shook if they actually have it where he does come back. Like, I know it's something like a speculation and theory I've talked about for the longest time, but so, oh, my lord, man. Like, he can even play games with Free. If he's the one behind Lane and how Lane got first Uranus, sends him to New York to intimidate, like, just kind of intimidate Shu with the power that he has, just being a rookie blader. And then Shu reffing the match with Free, and how shook Shu got at that battle. He must have broken Fafnir. And then maybe that's Theodore's hint. Maybe that was his hint. Because if so, like I said, if he's thought that far ahead, and they thought that far ahead and they have him come back, I'm gonna be honestly really, really shook, because I'll be like, that was some serious foreshadowing. They foreshadowed him saying that at that point, but we didn't know what that even meant, or if it was even gonna happen. And we just thought, oh man, this isn't gonna happen. You know, he said it, but it didn't happen. But they bring him back and explain that. I'm gonna be shook. I'll be like, they thought that far ahead. From season 2 to season 5 right now. Back then. Yeah. But Shu became the manager of the Bulls after Theodore had like left and such. We don't know where he went. I'm guessing he might have gone and been like, oh hey, I'm gonna sit in the shadows for all these years while you got new bladers and stuff, watch over them the entire time, and then think of a perfect plan once you all think you're at your height power to take you all out once and for all. Take out the WBBA and all the legendary bladers, you know? Let's see here, Theodore. They will never know I'm coming back. Ahaha, Blader, watch Kimbo, Theodore. Oh yeah, watch Kimbo. I'm just like, if it happens, I know there's gonna be a lot of people. If Theodore shows up, they're gonna be like, holy crap, Kimbo. But you know, time's gonna tell. I really just for storytelling wise, you know, because literally it just makes no sense to have these characters come in and then you have an endgame level feel and not have the strongest ones come back. You know what I mean? Like Theodore going off in a limo, that's no way to resolve an evil character. Like, okay, so he just drives off in a limo, never be seen again in the second season when there's so many more seasons. Come on. Saying you and Vault win this time, that's foreshadowing. You win this time, as in I'm going to be back in the future and I'm going to get my payback. You win now, but nah. And then even Evel just vanished after everything with Dead Phoenix. And then Arthur after everything with Hell. They hinted at Arthur with this. Like, he's one of the characters they should have a part of this evil organization and come back. Like Apocalypse, a Bay that's strong enough to, like, break other Bays and such and be a big-time threat. Yeah, Apocalypse. Make a new Apocalypse. He has his motives. So many motives for all these characters. Like I said, I've said it countlessly, and I'll say it as many times as I need to. Honestly. Theodore, who would he come for if he comes back? Vault, hands down. You and Vault win this time. He's coming after Vault. You see him coming after Shu because Shu ruined his plans by losing. And he still sat up there in the booth like he didn't care. Even when he went off in the limo, he didn't care. It seemed like he didn't care. He's like, you win this time. He's like, I concede, but you win this time. And still smiled. Could definitely come after Shu. Like I said, possibly Norman Tarver. Member of the Snake Pit. Shu broke his nemesis. Coming back and get revenge on Shu. Imagine he perfected what was the Requiem Project, but perfected it with all of his bladers. To the point where they can make any blader as strong as or stronger than what they did with Shu during the Requiem Project. It'd be crazy, man. I'm surprised Theodore just gave the keys of the Raging Bulls to Shu and not a trusted Snake Pit member. Exactly. That's what I'm honestly thinking, too. That's honestly what I'm thinking. I was like, Shu became the manager after this evil prick showed up and did all this? Something doesn't add up with that. That's too easy. You know what I mean? Like, he was still the one behind the bowls, and he just vanished. Like, and especially because Lane, the first time he showed up, was in New York. Like, he knew. Like, if Theodore is the one behind this, he knew that Lane was going to go and destroy a bunch of bladers. When Free showed up, it was probably like, heh, finally, payback time. And then all in the wake, shocking Shu to the point where he is now, and he's like, Lane. And he's only thinking about Lane. He's like, I'm worried about Lane. Because even Lane's turned against Shu at this point. Lane's coming for everybody in this cup. He doesn't care who it is. He said he will destroy Shu. Like, bruh. He's not playing any games at all. But yeah, like I said, Theodore, Vault, Shu, being the two people that mainly come after. Evo if he comes back. You got to score to settle with Iga, because he lost to Fi. If Fi comes back and becomes a good character, like a badass character, which he's the #1 person on my list that I want to see come back. So if there's a new Phoenix, everybody's gonna be like, yo, Kimbo, yo. You could go after Fi. Evo could go after Fi and be like, you failed the first time. The strongest Bay ever? I don't think so. Could have that motive. So Iga and Fi, those being the two that he goes after. Arthur, Drum and victories. Drum, Delta comes back. Delta. Okay. That was a loud truck. That motor though. But they could have Arthur come back with this, and Arthur would have Mode to come back. You know, Drum and victories, be a part of this group, and also Gwen, because Gwen treated Arthur like crap at the end of GT. You know, when he had that corrupt power, treated Gwen like crap. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. So Arthur not forgetting that and coming after Gwen too. It's a lot of different motives that all these characters have, and it would make perfect sense if they have them come back on top of, like, obviously the new big time evil, whether it's Lane or it's somebody behind Lane. But I feel like Lane's gonna be the big stepping stone with this. So once we see battles with Lane where he's really, really like struggling power wise, we'll probably start getting like some more in depth about his background, where he came from, what happened. So, you know. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, guys, don't spam. Please do not spam. Or I'll just, you know, I will time people out. Don't spam. I want to read people's comments. But yeah, if you guys have any more thoughts, let me know in the comments. But yeah, man, who do you think will win in the Legend Festival? Your opinion to it? Lane's the man to beat. Honestly, he's the man to beat, just because like he bursted Longinus like that. I know Louis wasn't using his full power, but he's the man to look out for big time. And honestly, it's up in the air because you got Drum, who's got a man to beat role because how GT ended. Vault, who's got, like, if he is still #1 in the ranks and Shu being #2, if that is like a thing, like still a thing in the series, how it is the manga, it's honestly up in the air who's gonna win it. It's gonna be like whoever's left standing at the end of this, because there's just so many strong bladers in this dude in the Legend Festival. I'm excited about it. Like I said, I'm excited but nervous, and it's gonna be wild, man. Let's see here. Okay, Kaylin, I appreciate the support, but you're spamming too much. Let's see here. Wonder what new move Lucifer will have once the 2D evolves. I don't know, man. Like, it's gonna have some move with Lucifer. I feel like once it evolves, that might be when Lucifer really starts breaking base, because like the defense of it, yeah, man, and just not having only the barrier. Maybe someone with higher power just took the bulls out of Theodore's hands and just gave it to Shu as compassion, and it happened off screen. I don't know about that. I mean, Theodore's got some serious power, and it's like he just let Shu have it and make him feel like he's safe. Because, I mean, that would be the craziest way to go into it if they do have them come back. Like, under your nose without you even knowing that they're still existing and plotting in the shadows. Because we haven't heard anything of Theodore. We haven't heard anything of Eval. We haven't heard anything of Arthur since the end of GT. There could be something big going on in the background. The only thing we've seen is like this rookie blader Lane showing up with enough power to make Shu really notice it. and see that evil resonance. And that's the former Red Eye. Like, yikes, dude. I hope Theodore comes back too, because that also opens the door to Boa coming back, which would be sick. Boa was a good character in my opinion. Yeah, it would open the door for him coming back. I mean, even Shu being here opens the door for Boa coming back. Honestly, getting Dread Bahamut last season, that's the door for Boa to come back. You know, but time's gonna tell with it, man. Let me see. Who do you think will end up becoming champion at the end if there's 5 main characters they could choose from? It's gonna, I mean, at the very end of the series, who's gonna be the strongest? It's gonna be Hikaru or Hyuga. I'm definitely feeling it's gonna be Hikaru or Hyuga, because some evil is gonna happen where even, oh my gosh, these flies are driving me nuts. But like, some evil is gonna happen where I'm gonna just be swatting flies. So if you see me doing this, that's why. But some evil is gonna definitely happen where some of our favorite characters that we've loved throughout this entire series are gonna get taken down. And probably not just taken down, but their base shattered, because they're setting up to be that evil. They gotta beat out Red Eye, like the whole Red Eye arc of God. They gotta beat out the whole arc with Dead Phoenix. Or even like Revive Phoenix going into Dead Phoenix. They gotta beat that out. They gotta beat out what they did with Apocalypse and Genesis. Like the hype of those. And having all these characters back already does a lot of those things. But they gotta beat it out, just full out evil wise. So they're making a bay. Whoever loses to it is destroyed. So it's gonna be wild, man. Let's see here. Can Vault beat Theodore and Lane? Please answer. So it's up in the. I mean, in real life, Lucifer against same spin bays is not that good. Sadly, in TT's video, they had it where like it beat Hyperion, but you know, it's like in real life, at least with same spin, it doesn't seem like it's like that crazy good. Unless you like, you gotta really hard launch it, which I'll do testing with it once I get it. You know, just from what I've seen. But Lucifer is honestly a very good counter to opposite spin bays, left rotation bays. I mean, in the show, Bursted Longinus. In some battles I've seen, it's outspun Longinus. That's what destroyed Ash. It's outspun Fafnir. It's outspun Helios. The 3 left rotation bays we got thus far. So I think it's honestly a really good counter to left spin bays, but against same spin, not as much. But yeah, it is definitely like a gimmicky bay, but against left spin bays, it's a beast. Against right rotation bays, not as much. And you can see like the gimmick big time, but still, you know. But once those points break off, it definitely gets more defensive. From what I've seen manga-wise, it looked like Theodore gave up the whole Raging Bulls and put his main focus on the Snake Pit. Yeah. And imagine he makes it where he's been focusing on the Snake Pit since then. Since that point. That was in God. We've had Cho-Z happen since then. We've had GT happen since then. And we're in SuperKing right now. And we just happen to have a very strong, kind of evil aura blader named Lane Valhalla show up during this season. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, I got to keep an eye on phone because it's getting low on battery. But yeah. Let me see. Feel sorry for Ibuki, though. He just vanished, although he's Shu's student. It would be cool to see even a cameo for Ibuki and Suo. You know. But yeah. Peace out, Kimbo. Stay awesome. Yo, Blazing. I definitely appreciate you coming by. Wonder if the Bladers from Plastic and Metal Gens unite with Burst and save the world. It'll be sick. Nah, they don't do crossovers like that. It'll be cool if, like, after this series, after Burst, they think of some other series, and they have it where these characters, like, they do some kind of endgame stuff, and they bring back all the characters from all the seasons. That would be really cool. And that'd be the true end of Beyblade. But, I mean, time will tell. That would be something that would be really, really cool to see. But, yeah, for this, they're not gonna. They pay homage. They paid a ton of homage with this. They paid more homage with this series than, well, I mean, the Plastic Gen was the Plastic Gen, and then MFB was its own gen, too. But how much homage they paid with Burst, even to, like, those gens, Plastic Gen remakes, Metal Fight remakes with this series, it shows. But, yeah, man, let's see. Hikaru will most likely be the strongest. I can see Hyuga beating Hikaru. I can't see Hyuga beating Hikaru. They're setting up Hyuga way too much as an underdog, and he's a protagonist. He's a protagonist. So look what they did with Vault, man. I mean, with Aiga, it was like, yeah, a very, very strong character just going right into it and going up the ranks and then facing strong bladers. That's kind of what they're doing with Hikaru. Vault, at first it was like he was strong, but like he was also struggling and going up the ranks and such, and the big underdog facing all these strong bladers. That's what they're setting up Hyuga as. And I love how they're doing those two different things with the two brothers. Gives them both big time depth. Because obviously we're going to be focusing big time on Hikaru for this arc because he's going to be in the festival. But Hyuga, not so much. And imagine if something happens to Hyuga during this arc. Just saying that, you know? Like, he's a protagonist. You know they got big plans for him. Let's see here. In the manga, Theodore has a character closure. Unlike the anime, he took the loss well. Shu even gave him a speech. Really? I mean, time's gonna tell with it. I'm just like, how does a crazy strong blader like Lane just show up out of nowhere as a rookie and beat Free De La Hoya, the strongest left rotation Bay user in the world? Somebody's pulling some strings. Someone's pulling some strings, and Lane's a part of those strings. Like, it's just a given, man. But, yeah, let's see here. You're a very big inspiration to why I started a YouTube channel, and so far I'm making progress, so thanks so much. I love your vids. Definitely appreciate it, Blazing. Like, thanks so much for the support, man. Definitely means a ton. Why does the Mobius driver wear out to quote unquote, evolve to an attack-looking driver when variant Lucifer's a defense type as well as variant wall? Well, I don't think it wears down like that crazy quick. It's just aggressive. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because like how Lane's personality is. Like, you know, he has it where it's like calm in the show, but then also he'll have it like circle around big time and just be big time aggressive. That's just how Lane's demeanor is, you know? So it's more aggressive and you can have some attack with it because just how the chassis is, you know, with the 2D and the rubber. Lucifer's a less spin killer, oh, for sure. What happened to Zero? I mean, Shogun Steel, and then they beat DNA and such, and then left it with no, and well, like, oh, the tournament for the second world championship begin, or qualifiers for it, and then they ended off there. Hence why I had big inspiration for my skits, and if you want to see some closure with it, and just the ideas I had with it, go check out my series. Anybody wants to see MFB, that's where the MFB stuff is, and it's been here, so yeah. Lane legit just came out of nowhere. I feel like there's a lot we don't know. There definitely is. They just haven't developed on it yet. They're not going to develop on it probably until Lane really starts struggling in power against some bladers. So we're talking like Vault, Shu, like the top probably 4 or 5 blader ranks, you know? Like Vault, Shu, Iga, Louis, Free. You know, like those 5 bladers. Once he starts facing those bladers and they're using full power, Lane's going to struggle. And then probably we'll get more info and such after that. And I'm just scared, man. I'm excited, but I'm scared. But yeah, please tell me Vault can still beat the bladers that have the dark power. Vault's lost before and has Bay broken before. Just saying. But yeah, the anime differs from the manga. Theodore behaves suspiciously at the end of Evolution God. Exactly, Cyril. He act very suspicious. So can't rule him coming out or any of these bladers coming out, like coming back. If they do, it'll be a cool thing. Like, oh man, called it. Like I said before. But time will tell. I'm just saying, it's got to get that crazy. But yeah, anyways, guys, my phone's about to shut off, so I got to end this off. I'll see you later.